Hey there, welcome to another Let's Draw tutorial with Procreate. We will be completing this Bewitched perfume bottle. I have provided a brush pack, colour palette, and also the stamp for the text in the description below. Our canvas size is 2000 by 2000 pixels at 300 dpi. And when you're ready, let's draw. Once you've created your canvas, we're going to go over to our colour palette. We're going to grab the first colour and we're going to drag and drop that onto our canvas. We're just going to take two fingers and pinch to make the canvas a little bit smaller because I like to see the four corners nice and clearly. We're then going to go over to our layers and we're going to tap for a new layer. We're going to go to our colour palette and we're going to choose the second colour. We're going to go to our brush set and we're going to select the perfume bottle. And I've got the size here set to 50% and we're going to tap on the screen. We're going to go to our arrow tool and with uniform and snapping turned on, we're just going to move it into the center of our canvas until you see those orange crosshairs and then tap when you're done. We're then going to go back to our layers. We are going to tap on layer 2 and we are going to reference this layer. So now layer 2 will be our outlines and we're going to tap the plus sign for a new layer and drag that underneath layer 2. And with this colour still selected, we're just going to drag and drop them now into the different parts of our bottle. Just not this part here. And then we're going to go to our eraser tool with the soft brush. And I've got the size here set to around 16% at full opacity. We're going to go in and start erasing parts of our bottle, especially in the center of this main bit here. And then we're going to bring the size down to about 10% and then we can just start erasing little bits here and then bring it down a little bit more to say 5% and just making these vertical strokes just to erase some of the color, but leaving little bits in until you've got something that looks like that. Going to raise a little bit more here and then we can go back to our layers. We're going to tap the plus sign for a new layer. We're going to go to our color palette and we're going to choose this color here and we're going to drag it into this space here. We're going to go back to our layers. We're going to tap on layer 4 and we're going to alpha lock it. We're going to go to our colors and we're going to choose this color here, and with the soft brush we're going to bring that down to say 6% and we're just going to colour in the centre here to give a bit of a highlight. And then we're going to go back to our layers. We are going to tap for a new layer. We're going to go back to our colours and we're going to choose the 5th colour here and we're going to drag and drop that into our canvas. I'm actually just going to move this underneath layer 3, so it's just above layer 1. We're going to go to our selection tool with rectangle selected. Color fill needs to be turned off. And we're just going to go ahead and remove a section of this purple. Go to your arrow tool and then you can just drag that off the canvas. We're going to go back to our layers and we're going to tap the plus sign for a new layer. We're going to tap on layer 6 and we're going to clip and mask it. We're going to tap on the N and we're going to scroll down and change the blending mode to color dodge. We're then going to go to our brush set and we're going to select the Nebula Brush, and I've got the size here set to around 12%, and with this color still selected we're just going to drop in some purple just very gently, and then you can kind of very gently just tap, and then let's go back to our colors and we're going to select this bright pink here. Very gently tap away and just stroke in some of this pink colour as well, concentrating mostly really in the centre until you've got something like that. We are then going to go to our layers. We're going to tap the plus sign for a new layer. We're going to change this blending mode by tapping on the N and scrolling up to multiply. We're going to go back to our colour palette and we're going to select this colour here. We're going to go to our brush set and we're going to go to soft brush we just need to make sure we're going to clip this layer 7 as well. And I've got the size here set to around 6%. We're just going to drop in, actually I'm going to increase that to probably about 11%, and then just drop in some shadow area along the bottom and across the top as well. So you've got something that looks like that. I'm actually going to just reduce the opacity just a little bit to around 80%. And then we're going to tap for a new layer. We're going to go to our color palette and we're going to select this color here, this 4th color. Let's go to our brush set and we're going to select the crescent moon. And I've got the size here set to 12%. And I'm just going to tap on the screen. I'm going to go to the arrow tool with uniform and snapping turned on, and I just want to place that into the vertical center and pop it into the center of that rectangle there, and you should see that blue line going horizontally, and then tap when you're done. I'm going to go back to our layers. We are going to swipe to the left and duplicate that layer. We're going to go to the bottom one. We are going to go to our adjustments, Gaussian blur, and we are going to slide our pencil from left to right until we get to around 10%. We are then going to go back to this layer here, this top layer 8. We're going to go back to our adjustments. We're going to select bloom, and we're going to leave these options as they are, and we're just going to slide our pencil from left to right until we get to 100%, and then tap when you're done. We're going to go back to our layers. We're going to tap the plus sign for a new layer. And with this color selected, we're going to go to our star stamp. And I've got the size here set to 3%. I'm just going to drop in some stars. And then I'm going to reduce that down to 2%. And then just drop in some little stars as well. Like that. We are then going to slide this layer to the left and duplicate it. Go to the bottom one. We're going to go to our adjustments, Gaussian blur, and we're just going to pop in a 5% blur here, and then tap when you're done. Let's go back to our layers. We're going to go to this layer 10 here. We're going to go to our adjustments. We're going to go to bloom, and then we're going to slide our pencil to the right until we get to 100%, and then tap when you're done. We are then going to go to our layers and tap the plus sign for a new layer, but we're just going to drag that up above layer 4 and underneath our reference layer. In fact, we can actually go to layer 2 and just remove that reference because we don't need it anymore. Let's go back to layer 12 here. Go to our color palette. We're going to select this color here. We're going to go to our brush set, and we are going to choose the Bewitched text. And I've got my size here set to 11%, and I'm just going to tap here, and I'm going to go to my arrow tool with uniform and snapping turned on. I'm just going to pop it into the vertical center, and then I'm just going to tap here on my screen just to move it a pixel at a time downwards. I might actually move it again a couple of pixels, actually a couple more times, until you've got something like that. And that's our label complete. We are then going to go back to our layers. We are going to tap on layer 1, and we're going to create a new layer. We're going to change the blending mode here by tapping on the N to multiply. We're going to go to our S-shaped ribbon, and we want rectangle and color fill turned on. And then we're just going to drop in some color here for our shadow. Go to our arrow tool with uniform and snapping turned on, and let's just place that in the center. We're going to go to Distort, and we're just going to grab these nodes here and bring them down and to the side. And then we're just going to drag these nodes out here at the bottom out just a little bit, just making sure this is vertical. And then tap when you're done. We're then going to go to our adjustments, Gaussian blur, and we're going to slide from left to right until we get to around 7% and then tap when you're done. Let's go back to our layers. We're going to tap the plus sign for a new layer. And again, we're going to tap on the end and we're going to multiply this. And with this color selected, we're going to go to our brush set and we're going to select the monoline brush. And I've got the size here set to around 10%. We are going to just draw in a semicircle here. Hold your pen in place. You can go to edit shape and then you can just move your shape around a little bit until you've got something like that. And then you can drag and drop that color in. We're going to go to our adjustments, Gaussian blur, and we are going to slide our pencil to the left until we get around 50% blur, and then tap the magic wand when you're done. We're going to go back to our layers. We are going to tap the plus sign for a new layer. We are going to our color palette. We're going to select this color here. We're going to go to our brush set and we're going to want the soft brush. Make the size here around 30%, and I'm just going to start tapping away in the center. I'm going to go to my arrow tool in free form and I'm just going to stretch that out to the side and this side. I'm just going to bring that up a little bit and then I'm just going to bring this down to around here and then tap the arrow when I'm done. And I'm actually just going to pop it in uniform mode with snapping turned on. Just make sure that is in the vertical center, which it is, and then tap the arrow when you're done. And that's today's illustration complete. Thank you so much for following till the end. I hope you had fun with this one. Please come and share your designs over on Instagram. I love to see them, so just don't forget to tag me in and I'll share them to my stories. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, that would be awesome. Also, don't forget my Patreon exclusive for Halloween will be coming out very soon, so keep an eye out for that one. And with all that said, thanks very much and see you soon.